Okay guys, so I've got my 03 F350 here. I'm going to try and do some U-joints and some new brakes and rotors and a few other things, and we'll see how it goes. So as you can see, I've got the tires off on both sides here. Got our calipers, or not calipers, rotors, and a bunch of other goodies in here. First, we're going to have to take off our caliper here and get our rotor off and get back into our U-joint back here. See if I can spin it here for you guys, show you what's going on. Sorry about the light and the shaking. I'm using my phone. So to take the caliper off, we gotta pull these two 17mm bolts back here. One right here, and the other one's right there. One on top, one on bottom. So we're gonna pull those off and then pull this caliper off. So we've got the caliper off, sitting up here, not hanging by the cord. Make sure you put it up on something, like the leaf spring in this case. Probably won't stay there, but I'll adjust it. Next we got to take our brake pads out so we can put new ones in. So we'll pull these off, and I'm going to be doing this side and the passenger side at the same time. Alright, so we got those brake pads off, brake shoes, whatever you want to call them. They don't look too bad. Pretty even wear across them. Any kind of dings or anything like that one. That was from me using the pry bar and a screwdriver to get them out. This one's a little worse in that case. But all around the wear is pretty even. That's not too bad. Probably didn't need to replace these. My rotors aren't that bad either. There is a bit of a lip on there, but nothing really anywhere else. We'll take a better look at it when I take it off here. But I'm gonna go around to the other side, get the caliper and the brakes off of that side, and then we'll come back over here and continue. So real quick, same kind of story over here. The passenger side, not too much wear, uneven or anything like that. They're pretty good. But different story on the caliper. There's a lot bigger of a lip here, or the rotor, sorry. And on the back side, right here, it's got a huge lip. Let me get it to focus here. It's got a big lip here. So, good thing replacing it all. Not all that bad, but nah, got new parts. Put them in. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do, back on the driver's side here, is we're going to pull this caliper mount off. That way we can get to our rotor and pull our rotor off, and we'll be able to have easier access to the U-joints back here. So, here we go. See you guys in a bit. Which is just going to be 2 bolts right next to the caliper itself. So we got one up top, one down below, a little bit bigger than the calipers itself. think I've got a 13/16 here. Yeah, 13/16. And there she goes. Alright, there we go. There she is. And now we can go ahead and pull our rotor assembly off, which I'll see if I can do here. No promises on the view. Just give it a little bit of a wiggle and she'll come right out. Couple of uglies on there. Alright, now we can get back to there a whole lot easier. Now let's go catch up on the other side. Okay, so the next step here is pulling the wheel bearing assembly off. And to do that, you can turn the tire to the left and to the right, and you'll be able to get in to these bolts back here. There's one down there, there's one up there, and then two on the other side. Back here you can see the post form right here. There's 1, 2. You pull these nuts off the back here and then the whole assembly will slide out. Okay, so after you get these bolts off in the back here, you're going to want to pull your hub out, hub assembly apart, and that's all just this little snap ring sits inside of here. So you just pull that out. Comes out really easy. And the next thing is you're going to wiggle this out, rotate it, wiggle it, it'll come out. But then next thing is you're going to get a little snap ring inside here. Right there you can see going around the back side of the axle shaft. We're going to pull that out and see if we can get this assembly to come off. Obviously that nut too. Alright, now once you got that snap ring out, you pull these other two little pieces out with it. Now that snap ring is out of there, what you're going to want to do is give it a couple of taps with a hammer, ball peen hammer of some kind or anything like that. And you'll get it to separate right here. That's what you want. And then you should be able to wiggle it off by hand. So we're going to give her a go. Before you start pulling on it and tugging on it, you've got your vacuum line here. You want to disconnect it from its little hold downs up here. And then follow it into right here, and there's a little nut, or a little bolt. It's a 5/16. We're going to pull that off and just let that float, and we're going to set it down over here, making sure that there's no tension on it. Alright, we got that off, sitting over there. Watch out for this little disc spacer, make sure it goes grooves in. And one more of these little washers came off, so make sure that you get all of them on this side of the axle shaft before you pull that wheel bearing assembly off. Now the final thing is we've got a seal in here. This big old thing here needs to come out. That's the only thing stopping us from getting this axle shaft out and doing the U-joint. So we'll pull that out and keep going. Alright, we got that axle shaft out. Everything's alright. All we gotta do is get a pry bar on it back here, pry it there, and pull on it here, and it'll slide right out. And now we can look at this and get a good idea of what we're doing. Careful of this bearing here, it's gonna moves a little bit, but you don't want to beat it up when you pull this out. Just put a pry bar back here and she'll come right out. But yeah, now we can replace these and start pressing these bearing or these U-joints. Alright, there we go. New rotor, new brake pads, and a new U-joint down in there. Passenger side. And the driver's side. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.